Well, hello there. This is Pastulio. Um, not here often, but when I am, I like to cast. And with me is the lovely Rainbow Sasha.
Hello.
And today we're going to be doing a game between Team Magnetic and the Laugerbombs. I don't know when it is
This is
play.
very true. Team Magnetic is pretty known around the little Tourneys event so far. Um, they've done really well in series that we've held before, and so far for the bans for blue team, we have out Draven and Vayne both banned, and Ezreal and Jace banned for Lagerbombs.
Like pretty targeted bans there. I think I do remember Team Magnetic having a pretty awesome Draven player.
They have a really good AD carry in general, and they're banning out Kennen as well, so I guess they don't want to see a scary top lane and want to be fairly safe in that area as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this is game two between these two teams right here. Lagerbombs winning their first match, and these are best of threes right now, I believe. And so this will be their second match. First pick coming out for PIL, we have Nautilus. How do you feel about that?
I love Nautilus. In fact, if it was legal in this state, I would marry Nautilus. But we'll just see how the rest of his team takes shape, because if your team can't take advantage of Nautilus's very strong crowd control, it's very difficult to just try and get them to come along. It's almost like pulling teeth. That's what I've learned from playing Nautilus in ranked.
I could see that.
He has a better jungle clear than most people give him credit for. People think like, oh, he's just a big lumbering idiot, but no, he can actually clear pretty fast, and his shield when he's clearing prevents him from taking a lot of damage. Like once you get like 2 or 3 ranks into that, you can pretty much clear the jungle without taking any damage.
And right now for Lagerbombs, we have Zac and Thresh both being hovered over. Thresh actually locked in. So they're looking to counter hook for hook right now against Magnetic. And Thresh is just an overall a really good support. He can play other lanes too, but majority this is probably a support. And we have Blitzcrank now being hovered over as well. So they're trying to take Hook Town and make it into Hook City over here with double grabs.
Yeah, this is pretty unorthodox. I've never seen Blitz and
And we're
Thresh.
switching back over to Zac
Oh,
last minute.
okay, good. I'm glad.
Zac also a really good champion, has really good clear time. Thresh just overall as a support does have that nice little soul pickup that he does.
Yeah, Zac is pretty nutty.
And for Team Magnetic, we have both being hovered over for the bot lane and support, Caitlyn and Janna. Hopefully Janna's not a mid lane. I feel like again, as mentioned earlier in the other teams that have played, Janna kind of doesn't scale too well in the late game in terms of fights. Her tornado it's not that it's hard to cast, it's just that it's kind of like a one-time use disengage, and that's a majority why she's better as a support role. So hopefully we see her in support with Caitlyn.
I do like the Janna pick overall, though, because Laugerbombs have picked 2 champions that really like to get in the middle of everyone. Both of them have gap closers, and Janna can just kind of go, nope, you guys are just being flung right back, and she can just reset a fight. Which is why this Gragas pick is also pretty interesting, because he can do the exact same thing for his team, as well as split up the opponents. So I like where they're going with that.
And Gragas is very, very bully in the mid lane. He does have that health regen and he does have that mana regen, so he has just so much sustain to just sit there and farm repeatedly while an opponent may have to go back more often than usual. And we have Diana being hovered over now. Diana, just a very overall strong champion, has a lot of mobility, has a lot of escape, and we'll see what else they pick here.
Oh, we got Zed, looks like. Or He's just randoming
He's switching
around.
between a few people, so hopefully we do see that. And we do have that Varus lock-in, which is a very nice lane with Thresh as well, because pulling someone in, getting blight stacks, and coming in with that long arrow will just devastate.
Indeed, it is pretty awesome. I like the way their team is taking shape.
And they actually did not ban out Anivia this time, and Green Apple-san is known for Anivia and his APs overall. So hopefully we do set Anivia over the Karthus that we see right now. I would love to see that in this game. And we do
Yeah,
have
I would like to
Emmanuel
see an
going on
Anivia as well.
Kha'Zix.
See, that's the thing, though. You know how I was saying that sometimes it's difficult for a team to capitalize on Nautilus's crowd control?
Hmm.
The rest of Team Magnetic's picks don't have a lot of strong crowd control, except for maybe Janna. But I wouldn't want to use hers unless you're resetting a fight. They're just going to be trying to blow people up, looks like. And the burden is going to be mainly on Nautilus to just get everything set up for that. So hopefully Pill is up for the challenge.
And he's actually really good at that, Nautilus, because he does have that hook. He can Spider-Man just about everywhere to try to get whoever. But remember, Kha'Zix has that leap with that slow, and that's just going to be a really, really good playmaker in these matches for just pickups and for um, overall team fights.
Yep.
And we do have Jax being hovered over.
Jax could be
Huh.
interesting.
We did have Aurelia. Okay, so we're back to Aurelia again for that top lane.
Yep.
We'll see what's going down. And Jax, again, come on, make up your mind, bro. And it is
Teasing
going
us
to be the
mercilessly.
Jax. I feel like, I don't know, Kha'Zix and Jax is a really good matchup. They both have a good amount of CC, good amount of damage to put out, but one just has a little bit more range than the other, so we'll see who pokes better.
I think Kha'Zix will.
I do too, but it's not really often you get to see Jax played in tournament matches. Almost never. So, I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for that, but I
Jax
really
always
do
has
like
the
Magnetics
potential.
comp.
Like, he does always have the potential to just, get fed and run away with the game, as Jax is famously known to do.
Another thing is, for Team Magnetic, they have a lot of shield capability. Karthus is obviously going to be going for that Seraph's Embrace, and we do have that nice little Janna shield that is going to be going on to Caitlyn, giving her bonus AD and early levels in the lane.
That's right. Now, do you think that they might go for a lane swap early?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, usually you see that come out. I don't remember directly if Magnetic did do team swaps. They probably did in one match. It probably wasn't one I casted. But I would like to see a lane swap because against Jax, I see that Caitlyn and Janna would do a fair even better.
Hmm.
Because Thresh is something to watch out for. He's pretty scary. You don't want to get that hook onto your AD carry or your support and have it go wrong and say have your jungler come down and gank at the same time and just have a 3v2 with hooks, and it's just not fun. Especially with that Zac bounce.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the key here. It's basically going to be Thresh and Zac starting all the fights. Maybe if, Diana catches someone out. But I do think that Lagerbombs has a bit more of a flexible team. No pun intended for Zac. But Team Magnetic is going to be relying entirely on Nautilus to start every fight. Where Laugerbombs, they can do it with Zac. They can do it with, Diana. Thresh can start fights. Hell, even a lucky catch out from Varus can start a fight. So, I mean, I really think that Lagerbombs have the better put together team at this point.
And we did see last game how devastating that Diana can be. Although not the same person playing it, not even the same team, Diana overall is just a very, very dangerous character in that mid lane.
She really is.
And actually, it was a Karthus matchup as well, and she just ignored Defile repeatedly.
Does she usually get like a Negatron cloak first?
I didn't actually pay attention to the builds. I was drawing, gonna admit it. I draw. So, but I was watching the game and I just watched her just go in on a Karthus Defile and take almost no damage. So there probably was a little bit of that MR in there.
Yeah. It's a really, well, I mean, like, the Negatron first on Diana into an Abyssal Scepter is always a great start for her because she likes to get up close and personal. And most of the time she's just going to be fighting against other mages in the mid lane. So it makes sense to have, that magic resist and magic penetration at the same time. Especially against someone like Karthus. All right. Whoa, what's that toaster thing on the stream?
That's the Toaster Award. This is the first time we've had it. Well, we've mentioned it before, but this is the first time we have a visual for it. And basically, the person who's going to take up the most of our time in loading in gets the Toaster Award. And so
Oh, it's
far
looking
on
like
my
Zach.
screen, it's all about the Zach.
Yeah, Zach needs to invest in bigger computer. Maybe he should sign up for one of our paid tournaments and maybe win some money so he can buy a new computer. But yeah, anyway, while he's loading in, I'm going to make fun of people's skins. We've got Safari Caitlyn. Let's hope she does not go the way of the Crocodile Hunter. We've got Subterranean Nautilus and Frost Queen Janna, Mecha Kha'Zix, and Karthus. He's undead. He doesn't care about having a skin. And the rest of I'm seeing a bunch of like diamond freaking logos on Team Laugerbombs. This is kind of unsettling. Wow, it's a lot of diamonds. Blinging it out. We've got Barebones Zach, Thresh, and Diana, Arclight Varus, and Jaximus. And it was a tie between, I think, Zach and Jaximus. We're gonna have to share the toaster. Yeah.
They can each get one slice of bread.
Yeah. There we go. 2 toasters. It's a good thing Pop-Tarts come in 2 packs because got 2 of them here.
Oh gosh. So many toasters. And we are in game, on my end at least. Normal start outs for Biscuit Awards for the supports. Nothing spectacular in terms of builds so far, starting out. Things kind of seem pretty normal.
I think Varus is going to be starting with an Infinity Edge. Let's see how that affects the flow of the game.
OP hacks, Riot, please nerf Varus.
Yeah, he spent all the time that they were loading farming minions, so he was able to start with an Infinity Edge.
They had enough time.
Yeah. There's Zach spamming his laugh like a madman. We might have the makings of a level 1 invade here with the pings going down onto Lau, who's playing Thresh.
They're both just sitting right next to each other right now in the mid lane.
Yep.
And that is warded in the river bush, so they do see it. They might come in. Janna is charging up a tornado, and it only knocks up one person.
This could be dangerous, but I think both teams are just gonna... they're just gonna skirmish a little bit, and then they're gonna back off. Lau taking a lot of damage from that Karthus. Their wards are gonna spot each other out, and I think both teams are just gonna back off and probably go for a more conventional start. If we take a look at the runes on the mid laners, let's see. Looks like Diana, Zakam playing Diana here, has 25 AP to start with. And Green Apple Sun also has some pretty significant AP runes, showing that he has about 23 AP. And they're both just going to be going for that level 1 blue. But Scumbag Green Apple is not going to be helping his jungler.
I mean, when you have a support and an AD carry there to help you attack, you really don't need your melee mid to really help too much.
Nope. Montier is taking a lot of damage from that blue buff. Let's see if that sets him back too much. I hope not. And
I hope not, because Team Magnetic is very, very good. They've done really well in the tournament so far, so hopefully they win this. Because I like their comp just a little bit more. And up in the top lane, we have a little bit of a battle going on between Kha'Zix and Jax. Wow. Jax getting fairly low with the Ignite on him. Will he be first blood? And no. They've both traded Ignites and they're both really low. Kha'Zix could go on that, but I think he's going to play a little bit safe. Zach coming in just to guard the top lane real fast.
Yeah, I think Zach could get some action here. Emmanuel's going in
and
hard.
There's going to be action here.
Here comes Zach. He's on the scene.
And he is going to get the first blood. Whew.
Yeah, whenever you're in a situation like that and you get the enemy top lane low, but you don't kill them and you're both kind of low, you need to get out of there because it's like ringing a dinner bell for their jungler.
Especially since the fact that Kha'Zix didn't have a ward down. He's only had so little of top lane starting out, and wards wasn't one of those things. And normally you want to start with that ward.
Yeah, he did go for the all-in start though with that the elixir, and I think it just might have been too much. In the bot lane, Kin and Pill are really feeling the pressure here from that Varus and Thresh lane. The threat of a Thresh grab is enough to make even long-range carries like Caitlyn stand back. Over here in mid lane, we got Pro Jeremy, and it looks like he's just going to be poised in that bush, ready to spring in using his elastic slingshot. And he might be doing it now.
He is going in, just missing that, but getting the slow off just a little bit on the Karthus there in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And he might be going top again. Kha'Zix not learning from the first time, still doesn't have wards on the map, so he is very, very tasty looking yet again.
This is not.
And let's see if he'll be absorbed.
There's the stun going down onto Emmanuel, and here comes Pro Jeremy. He's gonna miss his elastic slingshot. Emmanuel lives to fight another day here. He does still have his. Oh no, he does not have his flash on. So he needs to be quite careful.
And he did use his leap to get out of here.
Pro Jeremy might be in trouble here. As here's his own jungler. Oh. And here comes the stun. No, Jax is not going to rush in. Pro Jeremy taking a lot of damage, though. But he's going to escape. I think his passive would have saved him anyway.
Pro Jeremy is still really low, and Nautilus is coming around to possibly go for another gank.
Yeah, they might dive this. This is looking kind of risky here, especially since Team Magnetic is entirely aware of him being there. I think they're just gonna back out for now, though. That passive sustain from Emmanuel and his Void Spike ability is allowing him to just heal up and kind of get ahead, despite being giving up his first blood. So there's a lot of pressure up at top lane very early in this game.
Well, again, they are the team where they do have the heavy hitters, but they have to be able to get them to the late game. We do see a hook come out from Nautilus, just missing Jax by almost a sliver.
Yeah, just a little bit. Let's take a look at the mid lane, see what's going on there. In terms of CS, Karthus has a bit of a lead over Diana. And let me just just rearrange the champions for a second. And if we look at items, Diana has opted to go for an early blasting wand just to give her abilities just a little bit more punch over Karthus, who has taken the more slow and steady route with Tear of the Goddess.
I mean, again, Karthus always going for that Seraph Embrace. Really, really nice on him, especially since he is the dying champion usually in these fights. You always want that bonus extra damage of being alive just a little bit longer to help you out.
That's right.
And we do have the Tear and a longsword being bought out on Kha'Zix.
Yeah, this, they are going
but
for...
still no wards.
With the Manamune and Seraph's Embrace. Yeah, who needs wards? Just kill them, then you don't need to spot them out.
Even in the bot lane, there's not too many wards. Janna at most right now has a pink ward. Thresh still has one pink in that bush right there, so he's not gonna see. And we do have a disconnect, so we might have a pause coming up any second now, and there it is.
There's the pause.
And again, a friendly reminder, the enemy will not see if a champion disconnects or reconnects anymore, so
A summoner has reconnected.
that's a thing. So people are always concerned about what happens, and then everything goes to chats and stuff, so.
All right, and 5 seconds to go, and we're going to be back in the game right now.
We do have Nautilus still in the bot lane right now.
Yeah, he's cherry picking. I think he wants to get a kill, but here comes Zakama and Diana. They could turn this around. This could be the ganker becoming the gank. Zakama goes into everybody, pulling him back with that moonfall. And Kin goes really low. Montera's spider nodding out of there, but Zakama's going to pick up the kill on the Kin, and Pill's going to go down too to art style. And Montera is not long for this world as Diana comes out with that double kill, and Pro Germany will bounce away in this 4-man gank on the bottom.
This is going to be a lot of damage. Up in the top lane, we have some stuff going out too. Emmanuel looking very, very low. Might go down for the kill. He is in his invisible state. Will he get away?
Oh, no, he won't.
That was an amazing leap from that Jax in that top lane, going in straight for the last chance he could get for that kill.
Yeah, that was an absolutely devastating sequence of events. Huge gold swing in favor of Team Laguerbombs here, especially since they picked up 4 kills and a tower.
Exactly. That's right now. Magnetic needs to get more wards out there, and right now Janna doesn't. She at most she has a green and a pink. She needs to focus on getting that Sightstone right now, and they need to get awareness because they don't have it. Again, Kha'Zix has been in the top lane and has yet to still buy a ward, and he's down 2 deaths. That's not okay for a top laner right now, especially only 9 minutes in the game.
Yeah, that's. You know, I think you're absolutely right. Some wards would have served Team Magnetic a little bit better in that situation. Definitely would have spotted out the Diana coming down. Oh, Green Apple Sensing
going
a lot
on
of damage from Zakama combo. Yeah.
And in the top lane, Emmanuel is getting very low again. The Jax just hitting him very hard already with the Cutlass and a nice little dagger.
Yeah, it's... I noticed that, oh wow, Emmanuel just takes all the damage from Kazu's combos.
But he's dishing it back out as well. They're pretty equal in terms of how low they are, both popping their pots to see who's going to go in, and he is going to go down.
He'll just barely avoid that. But he needs to get out of there because the ignite, that's why you need to back off, buddy. I'm sorry, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was commenting, and in the bot lane we already have a dragon going to the 6-0 team
Laugerbombs.
of Laugerbombs.
Yeah, Laugerbombs, man, this is starting to look like a rout.
Look at this gold lead already.
They have a their gold lead is sniffing about 4K in favor of Team Laugerbombs at the 11-minute mark. And we're at the point where I don't think that Emmanuel is going to be able to duel Kazu in that top lane. Even under tower, he's just getting, outfought. They really need to reevaluate their position right now. I think that, they need to group up a little bit more, pick some better fights, and really exploit their Karthus' zoning ability using his wall and his ultimate a little bit more. So far, they haven't had an opportunity to do that. Overall, Kazu's up top. The lane farm is not enough for him. He's going to go back and take some golems as well. For Jeremy taking some pot shots from Caitlyn in the bottom lane.
And Kha'Zix finally bought a ward. I think he learned.
Yeah, just one.
But right
just
now
one
he
ward.
doesn't have any damage whatsoever to put onto that Jax up there.
Yeah, Jax almost has his ghost blade, or his blade of the Rune King. That's it. Ghost blade. Nobody gets a ghost blade anymore. But yeah, Kha'Zix is way behind right now. That brutalizer is coming out on him, but it might be too little, too late. Now, how do you feel about the Catalyst tier start on Karthus?
I feel like what he needed. I don't really get to play AP much because I'm usually the support, but I feel like he should have gone for just a little bit more AP, so that when he does get dived in that mid lane and he can farm better, he does have that damage to put on Diana or Zac. And we haven't even seen a Requiem come out from him, even though we've seen Jax pretty low. So I don't feel too safe about this Karthus anymore.
Yeah, he's just basically one step away from getting eaten up himself.
And he does buy a blasting wand as he backed right now, so he does have more AP. I'm happy to say that. He does have more form than Diana right now, currently at 105, 280, but Diana has 2 kills to his none. He has no kills, no deaths, and no assists.
I think that overall Diana is going to be a bigger map presence right now just because of the way that her team is able to use her. That Moonfall ability is just going to sweep everyone in.
And in the top lane, I was waiting for Jax just to go and leap onto Emmanuel, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah. And I noticed here that the wards from Team Lagerbombs, they've got some pretty invasive wards into the jungle here. They'll know when Montour is coming like he is right now, and they also know when that blue's up. So Zac's in the area. They know that blue's going to be coming up soon, and they're going to definitely be trying to steal it. Looks like, Kazu up there was just standing still. I thought he might disconnect again.
Oh, and
Pro Jeremy
Jeremy
and Emmanuel are now fighting. He's going to be bouncing around. Pro Jeremy is going to be going down, though, but his passive is up. His allies are going to come in, possibly save him. Ooh, Emmanuel going really low, and Zakum will get the kill. Montreri and Green Apple Sun are in the area, and they are going to be the next to fall, I think. There will be no escape from QQ
And that's for Diana and a kill for Jax. Both no deaths so far. No deaths on the entire for the entire team so far as well. But Jax right now is 4-0. He's already got that fork, which he used in that fight, which was really, really strong. And Diana already having that Negatron cloak, which is just gonna make sure she ignores Karthus in every fight.
Yeah. I gotta say, Jax with
Ooh, in the bot lane, Thresh looking very low.
But mid, we've got some action as well. Zakum, he's gonna go down to the Requiem. It might be enough, and wow!
Picks up a double kill.
Apple is gonna get the double kill off the Requiem.
And that is a 300 gold bonus for that Karthus as well for taking down Diana.
In trouble too. He's gonna flash away from Pill, but he's not gonna be enough. Pill's gonna keep on him, and Kin's shield will barely save Pill from dying himself as Pill picks up the kill on Artstyle.
He also popped that barrier, so that was 2 shields on him to protect him.
Yeah. Oh, I thought she'd used it. Okay, good. Yeah, that barrier is very much saved her life.
So
Might
we
be the
are
beginnings
now
of a comeback for Team Magnetic.
Possibly. I mean, the most they can do is play safe now, but they're already down 2 towers. The most they can do now
Kha'Zix
is
might be in
push and
trouble
play
here.
it safe.
He gets a depth charge from Nautilus, and he's going to go low to Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix being behind still does a lot of damage, and Kha'Zix is just going to be hard-pressed to get out of there. Oh, the flash into the hook is not going to hit him. Kha'Zix is going to live another day.
And Diana and Thresh did come up there to try to help them, so if they did try to engage on him, he would have had a little bit of help. Possibly a Thresh grab to dislocate them, and that and Flay to offset as well.
Yeah. But Team Magnetic showing that they may be down, but they're not out. They're going to be fighting this one to the bitter end.
And the 80 carries so far on CS are almost synced.
They are.
And another dragon going to Lagerbombs as well. So that's the second of the game, I believe.
That's a really good point about the 80 carries there. Even with all this action that's been happening in the game, both of them are still just, they're farming well for this point in the game, and they're, I think, within a creep wave of each other, which is commendable to both of them.
And Caitlyn went for that early IE, whereas Varus went for that Bloodthirster and Zeal.
Yeah, we'll see how that has to play out. I think Pill might be packing some lifesteal quints, so he might still have some sustain in fights. But Varus with a Bloodthirster is also very dangerous. Especially since if we take a look at his gold, he's about halfway to his Phantom Dancer. But Jax over here is just going to be cherry-picking that top lane all game. He's going to wait and try to push out that lane and get that second tower down as fast as possible. A little bit of split push action there. Because as we all know, Jax is an incredible duelist.
I mean, just look how much he has already compared to the Owen for Kha'Zix top lane, who just didn't benefit enough in lane. He only has that tier and that brutalizer, whereas Jax has the entire work already, as well as that giant's belt.
Yeah, I just want to point out that as soon as Team Magnetic had sight of Jax there, all 5 of them immediately went up to top lane.
And we do have the Rod of Ages finished on Karthus already, as well as the Abyssal Scepter finished on Diana.
Yeah, they're about fairly even in terms of items, but actually no, Diana's quite ahead. She does have that Giant's Belt. She's going to make her all the more difficult to kill, especially since she's going to be taking less damage overall from Green Apple Sun. Also means she can tank more turret hits like she's currently doing. And the pressure is kind of mounting from all sides here. Artstyle and Blau have had that lane pushed out very far. Monteri gets scared off in the presence of Pro Jeremy. Oh, wow. Looks like Zakum has killed Green Apple Sun, but he will... Oh my god, the Requiem is not going to be enough.
Literally on the last tick, can Kha'Zix pick this up?
No,
and he is going to go down in the
trouble.
process.
As he gets killed as well. And Kazu is looking for blood here. Not even Spider-Knot can get away. They are diving hard and deep, and Monteri will go down. Turrets are not a thing to Jax.
I mean, he has the Phage now as well on top of that early, right after his Bork Giant's Belt. So turrets mean nothing to him, and he's already tankier than anybody currently on Magnetic.
Yeah.
Thresh is going to go down after taking tower hits. He did put his box on, allowing Varus to pick up Janna.
Overall, a good trade. They are going to pick up the turret too, so that will overall be a win for Team Laugerbombs, despite losing Lau. He will be missed.
Yeah, and this is their second game, so if they lose this, they will be out of the tournament. So hopefully Magnetic can pull it back. They've already lost all their face towers so far. The next up are the second towers, and we'll see what they do with React. They've only picked up the bot tower so far, and that's not doing much for them so far.
They will have to try and channel some of Dyrus's or Hotshot GG or the Heart of the Cards or something to pull themselves through this. But looks like Karthus has built his Seraph Embrace, possibly a little early, but does have it farmed up completely right now. Let's check out his AP. It's at a whopping, it's somewhat underwhelming, 262. For that price, he probably could have gotten a death cap, which would have given him just as much. And
well, I feel like for how much damage
is looking for blood here. Kha'Zix diving hard and deep, and I think that Montreri is not going to go off with this one. Oh wow, Kha'Zix taking a lot of damage here. Caitlyn will pick up the shutdown gold on him, and Zakham's just going to be bounced on Artstyle, kills Pill, and Pro Jeremy is going to scoot out of there as fast as he can. Double kill for Artstyle. Overall, a 2-for-2 exchange. Any even trade at this point is in Magnetic's favor, because they are currently behind.
The only thing is Karthus, though, if it would have been up just a little bit sooner, would have done that fight a little better.
Yeah, absolutely. But they can't have their primary damage dealers of Pill and Emmanuel go down like that. Because otherwise it's just, you know, Nautilus and Janna, and as mighty as they might be, they can't really kill anyone.
And we do have Varus picking up that last Whisper, just making sure that Nautilus doesn't do much in fights, even though he wasn't doing too much to begin with in terms of tanking. He was going down fairly early in the fights before, and now he's just going to go down a little bit easier.
I do like that Kin and Lau have both picked up Oracle's Elixirs for their teams. Just doing a little bit of ward stomping. And after that last skirmish, Zakham has come back with a Rylai's Crystal Scepter. So it's going to be pretty much impossible to get away from him.
And we do have the PD just finished on Varus as well.
Yeah, he has so many items there. The Phantom Dancer and the Last Whisper and the Bloodthirster. He's just going to be dealing all the damage in these fights.
And we also have the Zeal being picked up on Jax as well.
Yeah, he's definitely be going for that Trinity Force. And the third dragon of the game is also going to go to Team Laugerbombs. And it's going to be, I think, uncontested. Team Magnetic
that was
doesn't really have much
completely
to say about it.
uncontested. Whew.
Zakham's going to get that blue buff as Kazu continues to split push that top lane. And I gotta say, like, Jax with Bark just does stupid amounts of damage. That's almost unfair.
See, the thing is, though, it would have all been avoided had a little earlier lane presence been there after he got ganked. Probably not really ganked, but after he got killed the third time. Maybe try buying some wards. Again, the ward start for a top lane is something that is needed, and everyone should admit to the fact that they usually don't buy wards because wards are for supports, which is not a good rule to follow.
I think that's you know, the sentiment that wards are for supports is probably the last recourse of someone getting ganked over and over. I mean, the support can't come top and ward your lane, unfortunately. It's just, you know, not within their capabilities. And it looks like Team Lagerbombs. Oh, we got a grab going in onto Lau here, but no one's around to take advantage of it. Frontier taking a lot of damage. There goes the depth charge, but now the entire team, the cavalry is here. Ron Jeremy's going to be bouncing around here as Zakhem goes around.
And that Karthus ult is up now. Will he?
There's the Karthus ult.
Only one going to go down, and that is the Thresh. Jack's still going, pretending towers don't exist, because right now to him they don't. He is going to tank it and kill it, and back off a little bit, and farm up minions for health.
Yeah, I don't think
and they are going to pick up this tower right here.
Tower right now, but Art Style made out like a bandit in that fight, getting that triple kill. And it's, Janna versus the world here as a big ace goes down. Kazu's going to take it and avoid dying somehow.
And he doesn't tie to that tower.
Oof, that's
on
that's
the last leg of life, and he survives, and now he's dancing it up.
Scumbag Kazu. Kills turrets and doesn't afraid of anything. Oh, I just noticed he did have that Trinity Force for that entire fight.
He caught out by the Karthus, and Karthus just not realizing it fast enough. Should have walked in with the
Will he ever stop trolling this team?
I don't think so. I think as long as it means that they win, he's not gonna stop.
Like that was just that was over the line. Just like that final little, I'm scooting out of here, you can't stop me. Probably just giving the finger as he leaves. It's just, Team Magnetic can't catch a break this game.
And I don't want to say it, but I think it's true. It goes to show how much wards can affect a lane so early. And I feel like if Kha'Zix would have had that early ward advantage, if he would have just gone and thought of ward the first thing, his lane wouldn't have ended up as it is.
Yeah. And it's not just, having the wards too, it's using them. And actively
he only
watching
placed
them
out a ward.
It's just that, Varus and Diana and Jax are all so big right now. And Zach is pretty much a raid boss. He's just going in, tanking that Baron, being like, what up? And there's, if there's a moment where
they have it covered just a little bit.
It is now. They have to do something at this Baron.
And Pill is gonna go down to that Diana, just scouting out just enough. They are picking up the Baron as well. And it is now going to be a 4v5. Caitlyn still down, losing a lot of that ability to just fight back in lane now.
Just
and
look
we do
at the
have
combination of AP that Zakhem has. 522 on her. But that's not a big deal because there's a big fight going on. Green Apple Sun's going down. He usually does. But he's Karthus, so it doesn't even matter. The Requiem is coming down, getting a massive fucking kill, but not for the right people. And it's going to be an ace for Team Laugerbombs.
And no one going down out of that entire fight. Almost unbelievable. We did have Varus taking tower hits, and he just kind of walked away from it like it was nothing.
Yeah, I did not expect them to engage under tower like that, but I mean, hell, if you have 4 people up, if you have their AD carry down, why not?
And Diana doesn't care. She does have that death cap already, and it just allows her to farm champions instead of minions.
Yeah, and that Crescent Strike just barely caught Pill's baby toe and allowed Zakhem to just Lunar Rush in there. Yeah, this is not looking like a game that will go on too much longer. It's been pretty much...
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Pardon?
I'm gonna agree with that because right now, in terms of team fights, Laguerbombs, besides having as much health as they do from Jax, they also have that nice little runic bulwark on Zac.
Oh no!
On top of the Abyssal Scepter.
He's getting a Gunblade.
He's getting a Gunblade. He has that Triforce and he has that bulwark, so he's just gonna go and just eat people alive right now.
Yeah, he is. Like I said, I don't want to take too much credit, but I called it. Jax can just get out of control and run away with the game. That's exactly what he's doing. And the 4th dragon of the game will also go to Team Donkey Kongers. As I think they have their sights set on that bot lane. They're just going to push that one in too. Kin might take it,
Ooh,
but
just missing that strike right there.
yeah,
And the Thresh hook just missing as well. A lot of criticals going out on him too, both being knocked up by Janna, but nothing coming of it so far. Thresh just taking up souls.
Yeah, they're just going to wait until Pro Jeremy gets over here, and then they can do another one of those big team wombo combos.
And Karthus' AP is nothing to Diana's AP right now.
I know, right?
And she is going for that Zonia's for that next item.
Yeah, 625 AP on Diana. She can just kill whoever she wants.
To Karthus is just minor 356.
Yeah, and she's extremely tanky too, that's the thing.
Exactly. Missing that Crescent again. She is getting slowed. She's taking a lot of damage. Karthus
Big damage.
Defile
Here comes
is
Let's Bounce.
on.
Moonfall goes down. Zakum is going to go down. Artstyle's going to pick up Kha'Zix. And Janna will get the kill on the Zakum, but the rest of her team is not long for this world. Kazu just cleaning up here, and Montreri is going to be hard-pressed to get escape with his life. He's just
And they might be taking down the Nexus Towers right here. Jax just doesn't care. He does have that attack speed, and he's just gonna go.
Yeah, that passive attack speed from his ult is just going to be
And Nautilus
crazy.
is just gonna swim it up.
Nautilus going for a swim.
And the GGs are coming out, and this is gonna be game 2, going in favor of Lagerbombers, and they're gonna win. I'm sorry to see you go, Magnetic.
As am I. You've always been good sports. And we hope to see you in the future. But we wish the best of luck to Team Laugerbombs as they progress to the tournament. And I just love how Nautilus is taking this. He's just swimming around. That's awesome. I need to do that more when I play Nautilus.
Just swim. Swim
Yeah.
places.
It's like we're losing, whatever. Swimming her up.
Doesn't matter, took a swim.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. We will be right back for another match. Stay tuned.